Hello and welcome to another episode in this video series where we are checking out submissions to the DungeonCrawler GameJam of 2026. And this time we will have a look into Drone Something Something by Tribe and Flea. But before we have a look at the page and then jump into the game, here's a brief overview of this year's Game Jam. This year's DungeonCrawler GameJam has been completely organized by the community, including donations for the prizes. The rules might look complicated, but can be summarized very quickly. Essentially, the goal is to make a grid-based dungeon crawler with first-person perspective like Wizardry, Dungeon Master or Legend of Grimrock. And like these games, the game must have combat or a substitute, a way to win, to lose, and a character value like hit points, which can also be increased. While the game itself needs to be made within the 9 days of the jam, it is allowed to prepare and to reuse code and assets as well as using AI. You also got to pick and implement one of the 4 themes revealed at the start of the jam. In total, more than 75 valid entries have been submitted in the jam, freely available for everyone to try out. And the winners are determined by votes from the community. Purpose of my videos is solely to provide feedback and entertainment. And with that said, let's get back to today's game. Drone Something Something by Tribe and Flea. So let's have a look first at the submission page, and this is actually or will probably be the last game I'm checking out from this DungeonCrawler GameJam, and we are already past the rating period at the time of this recording. And we can see that this game overall ranked place 20. And the theme implemented is retrofuturism. It uses homemade graphics, and generative AI was used for the audio. So let's have a look at the game page itself. Our short entry for the DungeonCrawler Jam 2026. To attack, you can just move into your target. Later on, you get ranged weapon that you can fire using R or num key 7, press the target icon. It is also not obvious, but once you have the gun upgrade, this ranged weapon and will hit the enemy in front of you regardless of how far away they may be. Alright, so we have base normal controls basically. We have R for shooting and F for using or something like I guess buttons, pressing buttons or something. So yeah, let's jump into the game. Drone Something Something by Tribe and Flea. And here we are in Drone Something Something. And we can also see the controls here on the screen, and we can also click on this here. That's not like highlighted or anything, but it works. We have our phaser here in the top right. We also got some a minimap here. Cannot click on it. I guess this is our hit points. And we got a menu. And we can also make... Yeah, this also works. Nice. Alright. And it's also nice that it doesn't start at 100. Maybe 20 is a bit low, but I mean, for me it worked perfectly fine here. I'm not sure if I actually decreased the volume already of the game. Yeah, slightly. So, I mean, in Windows before I looked into that. Okay, so we have okay, so this is where we are coming from. Okay, interesting. This guy is basically playing the game. Oh, okay. Station compromised. Rogue robots and mutant hostiles have taken every corridor. Grab whatever upgrades you can find and put them down. All of them. Bloop. Bloop. The movement sound is a bit odd. Bloop, bloop. There is some range in different noises though. Okay. So the perspective is perfect. Because it's instant step, it also works perfectly fine with the controls here. So let's see. I guess this is a door. No. Oh, was loading. Okay. Oh, and we cannot go back. Okay. Press button. And this. Yeah. Huh. But now this is open. Beta, delta, gamma. And this epsilon. But where's alpha? Or was this alpha? F, right? And yeah. Okay. Alright, let's go into beta then. Press. Okay. This door requires full system authorization. Collect all valuable power upgrades to unlock combat lock connected. Okay, we can go back. Ah, there are some enemies. And we just need to bump into them. I don't think there's an option to just wait. Ah, there is. We can just press space. Yeah, it's rather big. Would have been helpful if we could open the map here. Like, this mini-map thing is not really super useful. I'd rather have a full map I can open and no mini-map at all. Because this is not giving us any additional information. Besides of maybe, okay, there's a corridor behind the wall or something. Like this one here, for example. There's some way to get to. Yeah. We are not getting attacked, right? Oh. Oops. Weird. Maybe this is just the, like, oh, okay. You take damage for Ironing Maiden. Okay. Okay, Ironing Maiden was killed and we just stomped over a rat. And there's, so this is Alpha where we are coming from. But I don't want to get back to Alpha just yet. Let's keep exploring. I mean, this is actually a helpful information on the minimap, like where we have been already. But again, it would have been better on a full map. Sounds a bit like a rubber band. It's just random corridors here with nothing inside. Where are these mice come from? Are they spawning somewhere? Okay, well, they are not doing anything though. Finding the way back now might get problematic. Yeah, it seems like they are spawning somewhere, but endless. Okay. Okay, and it also doesn't seem like we can we gain anything, like there's no XP or anything. Delta or Gamma? Let's go to Gamma. The graphics also kind of, I mean, it looks a bit cheapish, but I think the style fits together, and it looks a bit like an year, maybe late 90s, 2000 shareware title. Oh, okay, this I should not have taken that. Okay, they're not super strong. They're not getting closer. I can just... Okay. Just use, and that also is a turn, basically. Uh-oh. Drone offline, rebooting. Ah, okay, we can just redo this. Okay. Now that we know this. Oh, this was... Did I go into the other? Yeah, I think I chose Delta. Okay. Okay. And there's our phaser. Okay. Alpha. And now let's go to Gamma. Yeah. And now we can shoot. With R. Supposedly. Ah, it needs to recharge. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Of course, that's not... Okay, attack. It's also pushing the enemy away. Of course, I can just stay at max distance here. Oh. Boop. Didn't work. Okay. Bloop. And an additional battery. Okay. And 2 epsilon. Phew. The music is a bit brutal. let's just reduce that a bit. Okay. Use. Shoot. Mission completed. Thank you for playing. You hit infected mutant alien thingy. Yes, that's its name. All right. Okay. Yeah, we won. All right. Yeah, I mean that was a small but well-rounded game here. I don't think that we can just restart. Yeah, it's kind of stuck here. So let me just restart it. And here we are again. So, yeah. As I mentioned, perspective is perfect. Movement is perfect. The combat is very simplified. I think maybe that could have been made a little bit more interesting. But, yeah, it was fine. The graphics are, yeah, they look cheapish, but in a way that's it's fitting together, and in a kind of intended way. It's, as I mentioned, looking like late 90s shareware, maybe early 2000, late 90s, I would say. I mean, obviously the resolution and so does not match for late 90s, but still. If you imagine that game running in 800 to 600, that could be late 90s. The setup of the game was relatively simple. Maybe there could have been a bit more to discover, maybe a secret or maybe some encounter you would need to do in a special way, or maybe some like this is basically the full extent of the puzzle, right? So maybe having these like pressure plates and trying to move to the right ones to open a gate, something like just to get a little bit more involved as a player would have been nice. But yeah, it was a nice little entry by Tribe and Flea. So thanks a lot for contributing this game to the DungeonCrawler GameJam 2026. Thanks to you all for watching this episode. And if you want to see more, this is likely going to be the last episode from the 2026 DungeonCrawler GameJam, but there, of course, there are other games I've covered already, and you can find them linked down in the video description. And on the end screen, I will also link the games from previous jams. So if you're interested in that, check or interested in even more games from like previous years, check out these ones. And you can of course also subscribe to the channel to not miss any new entries. Then maybe from 2027 or maybe throughout the years, if something happens, I might also put up a video here and there. So if you're interested, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Thanks to all contributors, developers. Thanks to all developers for contributing games to this game jam. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.